Okay, so we've got the ancient portal. I love this. This is great. I've used it many times, especially in our core space game, because it really does cross that bridge, literally to sci-fi and fantasy. So anyway, let's pop the thing together, and we can enjoy this particular build. So I'm just going to pop various parts out and show you how to assemble it as I go. It's just a one-sheeter after all. Okay, so this is the main structure of the portal. It's going to construct this bit here like this, okay? And my spidey sense says there was a particular way to put this together in a particular order. Let's see if I can remember what that is as I go. So I think I'm going to start with this piece here, and I'm going to, this has got lots of half cuts on it, so I'm just going to give this a little bend at every single one of those half cuts, all the way around. Just a little bend, not much. Just enough. Okay, and then this will basically slot into here and here. It kind of held in place under a little bit of tension, so I'm going to pop that in there. Yes, and I've remembered there is a little slot at the top of here, which I need that I should have pushed out. And that is going to locate there. I imagine that if I put this round the other way, that might not line up. So if this little notch here doesn't line up, you probably just want to turn it round and pop it in again. Looks like I flipped my coin in the right way. So then what we've got after that is we've got these bits here. These are these are the little stair bits that lead up into the portal with this little platform at the top. So I am going to slot those on, and I'm going to put these steps on as well. Now I think I've remembered what it is that I need to do with this when I'm putting it together. And let's have a look though and see what happens. Okay, yeah, so what I need to do, I need to slot this on before I put this top bit on, otherwise I'm not going to be able to get through this. Oh, that was the bit I was remembering. So there you go, I'm going to pop that in there like that. And it's supposed to sit at this nice kind of angle like this, okay, so that looks, because it just makes it look extra cool. And then finally, this little bit is going to go in the top here, and it's going to slot into the top, and it's going to make the top step. And once you get to the top like that, you've got some half cuts here, and you can just bend these down because they're supposed to kind of represent, I guess, that kind of, the bridge goes nowhere, it just obliterated by whatever. Okay, yeah, and that gives you that really nice kind of, well, it gives you a portal, that's exactly what it gives you, and it is really nice. But we have going to want to activate our portal and unactivate it. So you have got this kind of portal bit here, and this just slots into the bottom. Like so. And so when the portal's not on, it's not on, you just leave it blank like this. When you want to put the portal on, you can then actually take this from the back. You've got a little kind of, you can hold on to this back bit here, and you can basically, or you should be able to just slot that in onto your bridge. That's it. And then you can have the portal active, and you can have the portal not active. And that's pretty cool. I really love that. Like I say, it's one of my favourite bits, and I've used it many times. So that's that. What else have we got on here? Well, we've got a couple of little bits of scatter, sort of like vine patches, because I've got vine patch sort of artwork across this. You'll notice on the portal. And what you can do with this it can just help to match up with the vine work. When you put this on a game mat, the little bits of vine and what have you, they kind of just help blend that into your tabletop, make it look a little bit more derelict, like it's been there for a little bit longer time. So you've got those. And lastly, what you have got on here is this kind of little ancient console. So I'm going to pop that out. Okay, so here's all the parts of the console. This has just got some half cuts in here, so I'm going to bend that round. And then we've got this little piece here, which we're going to push up into here. There's a little bit I forgot to pop out. That's it, and you end up with this kind of six-sided shape here. And then what you've got two pieces that can be slotted in here. And what you're going to do, you're going to slot this one in first, and then you're going to place this one on top. And I would, I like to glue this on the top as well to hold it in place. So I'm going to pop this in. That's that, just like that. That's pretty cool. That was tricky to get in actually. It might be an idea to kind of, as you slide this bit in the bottom, to kind of have this tab already in the top and slide the two in together. But I manipulated it into position. Okay, and then like I say, you can pop this on the top and it sits there quite happily. Might come out, might not, I don't know. So yeah, so I'll pop a little bit of glue on there, or blue tack to hold it in place. We've also got this little tiny bit of kind of vine, is it vine work? Like hanging vine type thing here. Pop that onto there. Now that's definitely holding that in place, which is really, really cool. I'm sure I did that on purpose. And what you're left with is some little bits and pieces here. Now, these are quite small. Do not throw them away. They're kind of the little activation stones. And if you want to activate this gate and you want the other gate to get to where you want to do, you're going to have to find these stones in whatever game that you are playing, and you are going to have to put them in here, you know, and until they're in here, it is not going to activate. And so they all fit very nice and snugly in there, as it were. And also there's this little jewelry bit here that you can add to it as well if you want to say, well, and then you need to put that in to activate it. Now this is really cool, and I've actually used these in my games many times, and we're playing, we've got our own game, Core Space, which is really, really cool, so I'm going to absolutely plug it immediately. Yeah, we've actually designed these to be the same size. Our characters can only hold a certain amount of equipment when you take them on mission, and they find their equipment in cargo crates. So we actually hid these in a campaign around various missions, and until you managed to pick up on a mission, you can kind of, you know, they fit in your tray, they don't take up much room, and then you can take them back to your ship. And you know, after a few missions, you've got them all. Maybe you didn't get them all. Maybe there's a few traders that had them and you sort of bought some more off of someone else, or come to an agreement. And finally, then you go on that mission to find the gate, and you get to your gate, and then you have to find the console and activate the gate, and that takes you to your next mission, probably from a sci-fi to, I'm sure, a fantasy setting, which is just totally going to happen with Core Space in the future. So yeah, I think this is such a nice set. It's just one sheet, but it just gives you so much gameplay, and it just looks very, very cool. So yeah, this is your sci-fi. It's kind of your ancient portal.